Testing, 1, 2, 3. Microphone check, 1, 2. Lights, camera, action. Ladies and gentlemen, your first victims of Happy Hour here at King's Pizza. Happy Hour here at King's Pizza been established. So open mic, this is like our 6th year here. This is my first year. We just recently have a 1-year anniversary of me doing this show. We turned this thing from a 1-hour open mic comedy to a 6-hour open up comedy, and that's because of all the artists like y'all. So give it up for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Thank you. You pay attention. Thanks everybody for coming. I'm sitting here in a minority's worst nightmare, surrounded by white women. I'm like, oh shit. Thank you, ladies, for coming. We was just talking about the strides that ladies have went throughout the years. Like, what, ladies, y'all doing it. Like, it's women everywhere, and that's a strength to y'all. I think it's long overdue, personally. Like, I grew up in a strong mom household. Like, my dad went to jail, so my mom raised us. So, yeah, my mom's crazy. You know, it's crazy. You know what? One of the things that growing up, especially in a Puerto Rican household, what you can't do in front of mom? Cry. You can't cry in front of my mom. Oh, she'd be the first one to tell you, like, hold it in. Hold it in. You be sitting there hurt, you gotta hide all your feelings as a Hispanic. Like, let me let you know, hide them. No, the only thing you can show is like anger when you drunk, that's it. Anything else, no, it's not accepted. They just, first your grandma be the main, my grandma would hit you for crying. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, damn. So, your feelings get all crazy because then you cry at times you're not supposed to cry. Like in proud moments and shit. Like, it don't even be nothing sad. It'd be like a good song on the radio, and it'd be like, oh shit, why am I crying? Like, fucking Adele. Adele gets me every time. Every time that white girl would get up there, because you can tell she's singing from the heart. Like, you know what I mean? So when somebody bring it from the heart, you be like, you start crying like, fuck. I start crying during Disney movies. That fucks me up. Like, everybody think they want a sensitive man till they see me. Yeah, they would think you see me cry because I'll cry ugly. Like, I'm letting it all out. I'll be at a Disney movie just like, oh shit. She looking at me with disappointment like, fuck, look at this pussy. Like, oh, stop crying. So, ladies, give it up. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is King's Pizza, where we celebrate freedom of speech. Here, you're allowed to come up here and let it all out. Anything you got to say, this is the time to say it on stage when we doing this thing. And it's funny because, like, there's only like 2% of our population that can come up here and talk to everybody. Like, we can't force it. It's the most scariest shit for some people to do public speaking. And I was gifted at this, like, since I was little. When I was little, they used to put me, like, we should have to do oral book reports. Y'all remember this? Y'all had to do this? It's an old people thing again. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all still read books? Let me tell you what the book was, like this paper thing that they put all the information. That's how we used to pass information for centuries. But we had this thing called books, and they made us read these books, and we got to get up in front of the class and talk about what we read in the book. And me, I figured out like the whole plot's like in the back page. You know what I mean? On the cover. So you just read the back, and they be like, where I'm gonna flow off this. That's when I figured out I was fucking I was gifted at I get up in front of the class, like, ladies and gentlemen, this is J.K. Rowling's book. You know what I mean? And I just be going down with the whole plot, the whole thing. Just repeat what you saw in the back of the book. Dog, I had good grades for bullshitting. Like, it was just because I was good at talking to the class and making everybody laugh. That's awesome. Like, so there's only a small percentage of us, and that small percentage of people are here tonight. We got a few here already. There's gonna be a lot more coming on along the way. They on their way. So freedom of speech, but the pizza costs money. So please purchase necessary. If you want to come out, you want to do something, we ask you to please support King's Pizza. If you don't like pizza, like you're on some type of carb diet or something, they got salads too. If you like the sweets, they got acai bowls. I don't know why she don't put that. Those acai bowls is real nice. Yeah, so get the acai bowls out the freezer. We doing this. But no. Cancel the acai bowls, y'all. We got chicken wings. Oh shit. What else? I wanted to talk about today. It's funny because like when I get comfortable with the silence in the room when I talk about my gangster stories from the hood. I get comfortable because most of y'all have beautiful lives and shit, like really nice suburban lives, never went through no real shit. And it's funny because it's like all about perspective. Like the problems in your life are just as bad as the problems that happen in my life through perspective. Like, you know what I mean? Something bad happened to you, I'm like, that's nothing. Like for me, you know what was horrible one night? When I really needed weed and I couldn't find my weed dealer. You know what I mean? That's horrible for me. Like I had a bad day. And I couldn't find my weed dealer. Like fuck. I'll tell you, give me a little story about how bad my day was. This bad day was a bad day. Like, for me, I was already stressing out because I was going to college in a couple days. And right before, the weekend before I'm supposed to leave, there's like a big commotion going on in the streets. And so I look outside my window and I see like a whole bunch of people fighting, not even fighting, just screaming. What it is my weed dealer had epilepsy. So, you know, epilepsy, you start getting all crazy. So he called the ambulance. That's what we call them in the hood, the ambulance. So we called the ambulance, and instead of the ambulance coming, it was the police. We didn't call for the fucking police. No, we didn't need no police and said this is a medical emergency. So the cops come. He thinking that the cops is gonna take him to the doctors, to the hospital. He jumped in the cop car. So the cops are all like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on? We like, yo, like, take him to the hospital now. Take him to the hospital. They over here like, no, what's going on? What's going on? So it's a lot of commotion. It's raining. It's everybody screaming at each other. This is a bad, nightmarish type of situation. So he comes out and he breaks the fucking window. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, why you break the cop window? Like, oh shit. Now the cop come out. They drag him out the car. Start beating him. That's what they do in the hood. Because in our hood, fuck the system. They just gonna beat your ass in front of everybody to teach you a lesson. That's how I learned. That's how I went to school. I done seen people get beat up like, nope, I think school's gonna be a choice for me. Like, I do not want this ass whooping. They'll beat you up and just let you go. You know what I mean? They're just like, all right, fuck it. I don't gotta go to court. I don't gotta go nothing. I'll take that ass whooping and learn my lesson. Like, you know what I mean? So they out there, they had my friend, they was beating him until he stopped moving. And it's like, oh shit. Take him to the hospital. Later on that night, I'm by myself again like, fuck. I really need some weed. Let me call my weed dealer. Oh, I know where he at. Damn. See, it's all about perspective. It's about the problems that you have. Like, you know what I mean? Some people's problems are just different. Some people got pet problems. Like, yeah, like some people got too much pets. That's another thing. Like, you ever meet a real crazy cat lady and shit? You a crazy cat lady? How much you got?
I fostered like 60 cats.
60 cats. Your house smell like urine. Oh, my apartment smell like urine. I had one cat. My cat was just, because it just go all the time, so it just be like, fuck, every time. Like, damn, it just be bad. I had a beautiful cat that talked. True motherfucking story. I had a cat that talked. Anybody had a cat that talked? I don't know, like, fuck it. You had a cat that talked?
Yeah.
What your cat used to say?
He just yelled all the time.
And you know what he's saying, right? He'll come in like, yo, hungry! Like, oh, here you go. He put some food in his, need the kiblets and shit. My cat used to just be nosy. I be getting ready for work. My cat come up to me like, where you going? I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody done put PCP in my weed. You know what I mean? I'm here tripping. I don't need this in my life. Like, so I just, every once in a while, the cat would just come up and be like, wait. I'm like, all right. I go to Hawaii, moved to Hawaii, I had the cat. I gave the cat to my mom. Can't move the cat with my mom because moving a cat on an airplane is like moving people in an airplane. Like, that shit's expensive. You might as well bring a person with you. Like, it's like $1,000 to bring a cat. Like, the cat's worth $20. Know what I mean? I'll just leave the cat with my mom. I left the cat with my mom. My mom calls me like 2 days later, like, yo, your cat's talking. Like, what? My mom don't smoke weed. It's just me. She's all right. She's drug free. But the cat, when I left, was standing out the window and be like, where's Ralph? That's my real name, Ralph. Like, where's Ralph? Where's Ralph? I was like, he's not here. Where he go? He like, he went to Hawaii. He's not going to be here. Oh, fucking, later on, like 2 weeks later, the cat committed suicide. Like, oh shit, the cat committed suicide. But then they were suicide and they came back as another cat. Because they do that. Like, they'll come back as another cat. And it was awesome when I met this other cat. It's black cats. They're evil. These black cats, they spiritual and they spooky. Black cats are like spiritual familiars and shit. So if somebody, we was taught in the voodoo age that if somebody doing like a voodoo curse on you, it'll hit the cat first instead of hitting you and shit. So in our world, keep a cat near you because it is gonna take care of you. So I love this other cat was named Salem. Salem, he taught me a lesson. He taught me a lesson in life. Like, he taught me how to cuddle. Like, I didn't know how to cuddle before. This cat would come up to you, put his arm around you, and then he used to do this thing that I was kind of uncomfortable with. He'll come up and kiss me on the lips. I ain't like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's cute when it's in front of people, like he come up, little lip, right on the lips. Like, but he's a boy cat, and I ain't like that. I'm like, that's gay, dog. Stop touching, stop kissing me. You're like, I was like, hubby, get off me, bro. Get off. Oh shit. That cat died. The lesson that it taught me is that I thought I wanted kids until this happened. My cat died, and I just left the cat there for like a whole day. I left the cat there for a whole day. It was so bad because I had to go to work. When you in showbiz, you gotta be there. You can't be fucking around. So I come out, and my cat was like, oh damn, my best friend. But in showbiz, that don't matter. Like, you go in there, you gotta do your show, and then cry later on. Like way later on, like months later and shit for no reason. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, that's when the tears came out. Like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I was crying so bad. Like I cried like somebody died. Like so inappropriate. Then I get all crazy because if people bust on me, I want to fight them. The cat died though. I was like, damn, like if that was a child, like fuck, I'll be in so much trouble, yo. Like you just let the kid die, just come go to work. I'll be on the news. I'll be famous for all the wrong reasons. I got sleeping problems because of that shit. Anybody got sleeping problems? I got anxiety issues. Yeah, you got sleeping problems? I'll be up. And it's not like normal and shit. Like if you got any kind of intelligence in today's day and age, fucking got anxiety, yo. Like, there's a lot of shit for us to be worried about. Like shit that keep you up at night. So I just be sitting there just thinking about like all the shit that I learned, all the shit that I'm seeing, like, oh shit, like I smoke weed and the weed don't even do nothing. Like the weed make you more anxious, more anxiety, like you're more anxious. Like it's just bad. So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to find different ways that I can cope with this. And one of the things I found out is taking sleeping pills, like, but not the regular sleeping pills, because that lead to opioids and opium, and then you be doing heroin, and I don't know, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Like, that's not for me. But I took the melatonin. Like, I took one pill, it worked all right. Took 2 pills, all right. But you know me, I'm like, let's see what this do. So one time I took like 8 melatonins. I went into good sleep. Oh my God, like melatonin side effects. It's nightmares. I don't know if y'all looked this up. Melatonin, oh my God. Like what it does is like it produces a chemical that makes you dream. So it's not even like a nightmare that you have that you wake up and you forget what happened. No. This shit causes life-altering dreams. It's either like a beautiful dream that you just really like, wow, like this is fucking, or it's a nightmare, and the nightmares, nightmares, when you wake up from a nightmare, man, oh, you just so thankful. You wake up from a bad, scary dream, you just wake up like, oh my God, y'all still alive. Oh my God, y'all still alive. Like, I'll be having scary dreams of the shit that the Illuminati, shapeshifting reptilian aliens are coming down and shit, and they just killing us all. So like, yo, I done seen you get blasted with an alien fucking ray. Like, oh my God, you're alive. I love you. Thank you so much. Like, oh my God. Like, but you wake up from a dream, you don't appreciate shit. You wake up from a good dream. Like, for me, I wish in this dream that I'm really, really famous. Like, I want that Justin Bieber fame, that Michael Jackson fame, where I look out the window and girls are screaming and fainting and shit. That's the type of shit I want. Like, I see it in my dreams. I come out there, and, ah! Like, I ain't even say nothing. Like, oh, wow. Doing stadiums full of people. You know what I mean? I see this in my dreams. Then I wake up and I'm doing this. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck this show, man. I done did stadiums and shit, like, in my dream. And they so vivid, these dreams. Like, these dreams, fucking, you don't want to appreciate shit. Fucking dreams got me doing open mics and shit all the time. Fucking these dreams got me, can't even eat carbs and shit. I'm on the Atkins diet, the keto diet, all them diets and shit. Because in my dreams, I had a six-pack. So I'm trying to make the dream happen, like, you know? Fuck. Damn, it's hard. But if I could leave everybody with just a little piece of advice, y'all. We need to come together as a people. We do, y'all. We need to embrace all the races, all the religions. We need to come together as a people. Because if we don't, the aliens are going to take over, y'all. No. And it's one way other than the aliens for us to come together. That's for us to have interracial sex, y'all. Please have it. Hawaii done figured it out. You ever talk to somebody from Hawaii? They figured it out. Like, anybody you talk from Hawaii, what is you? Like, I'm Japanese, I'm German, I'm black, I'm white, yeah, I mean, I'm Indian. Like, they be all these different ethnicity. Like, Hawaii figured it out, interracial sex. So please, everybody, go out into another race and please fuck the shit out of each other. Let's have some beautiful babies. Then if all the babies come out, they look Puerto Rican, that's awesome too. My name is Paco Loco, y'all. I'm the director for tonight's evening. Every week we invite a special comedian to host tonight's festivities. Tonight we have one of the up-and-coming comedians that's beautiful. She's fantastic, she's friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Jessica Rabbit!
Keep it going for Paco Loco. So guys, I see some new faces in here. I'm Jessica. One thing that most people don't know about me, and you could tell from talking to me, I'm not from here. Yeah, I come here with high hopes, and it didn't work out that way. You know, I've had a few discoveries, one a little more recently with the melatonin that he's talking about. You take too much of that shit and it does give you nightmares. I think ours intertwined. Went to sleep one night and I'm dreaming and I'm thinking I'm having beautiful dreams and Jason Momoa is trying to seduce me. And the closer I get, it's fucking Paco, man. It was not Momoa. Damn it. Yes, it did not work out that way. He creeped up in my dreams, man. You know? Yeah, that didn't work out. I come here thinking, ditch the southern rednecks with their big trucks and their flags on the back and they're fishing every weekend and drinking every weekend. No. We're in the deeper south where they have lifted trucks with flags on the back and they fish every day, not every weekend, and they have Pale Honda every day. It's no different. Just a little bit prettier. I like it a little bit better. Till I'm driving around and I realize they have death traps here. Anybody ever got sideswiped by a rainbow? Yeah, I'm driving and I'm thinking Care Bear Land. I'm looking over, oh, beautiful, bam, I nearly get in a wreck. Final Destination moments. So I should warn you, I have a lot of those. Final Destination moments, Queen of Accidental Happenings, it all runs together. That's a self-proclaimed Queen of Accidental Happenings, but I promise you it's true. You're not sitting so close that you're gonna get dragged in, but if you get a little closer, it might happen. Yeah, there's a good chance. You're in the same room. It's okay. It's never gonna be my fault. It's gonna be Tony's fault because he's the only boy in the room. It's always the boy's fault. Well, no, I didn't see you. Oh, damn it, he's closer. Oh my God, you're in the danger zone. Just saying. No, so we'll back it up to earlier this week. This is why I know I'm the Queen of Accidental Happenings. I am appropriately doing my job. Appropriately. I am not flirting with anybody. I am dressed in scrubs that cover me all the way up to here, so I'm not showing anything off. And by the end of the day, somehow I accidentally become an almost pedophile. I know, you're like, how the hell does that happen? I know. I am giving a testicular exam to a teenager. And at the end, I'm polite, and I'm like, I'm so sorry if that was uncomfortable. I know these exams are never fun with somebody, you don't know me. And he smiles as big as he can. I liked it. They can become a pedophile. I just like, what the hell? Yeah. Accidentally, I didn't do that on purpose. You're close. Sorry. She'll protect you. She looks like she got you there. But I warned every one of you, queen of accidental happenings. Probably should back it up and say, oh no, we're not going to back it up because that's going to like PTSD me. We don't talk about that. Yeah, well no, we were going to talk about the fact that, I'm in the building, so I'm not going to go to jail for flashing anybody accidentally because they're all out there. That's only happened once or twice. Who knows? I keep looking down and I'm like trying not to drag her into this, but my 18-year-old daughter sits right front and center. I'm like, what the hell? I know, right? You chose front and center. She's like right up here. I promise I won't do it much. I know which ones I can't say. She doesn't mind me telling you that she gives me rules. Like she's the 18-year-old, but she's the one that gives me rules. I'm not allowed to call anybody a motherfucker. Do you want to know why? Because, Mom, I don't know if they have been a motherfucker with my mother. I'm like, oh, fuck. I know. So I'm not allowed to use those words. I'm like, well, what the hell? No, I could get her out. I won't do it. I promise, because I'd like to keep my eyebrows and my hair, so I'm not going to fuck you up this time. Because I got to sleep with her in the house, and she might get me. Yeah, there's been a few days. Like, no, I won't do it. I won't even look at you. So I know that we have some new faces in here. One that's going to join us on stage later. I like it. Oh, is she coming up too? Did she come up yesterday? Oh.
She's done it once before.
Okay, nice. But they're not from here. So we're going to go into some... Oh, she did? Okay, I like it. But she's going up tonight, right?
I grew up here, but I wasn't born and raised.
Okay, but I know at least 2 of them are not from here originally. But you, beautiful lady, can appreciate some of this because I'm sure you have encountered some of these things. Maybe not the first part. So when I first moved here, I had really not had a lot of encounters with pigeon. And my very first encounter with pigeon, I walked into an office and I look at the patient and I'm like, how can I help you today? As straight-faced as possible, he says, it's my okole. And all I can think is, oh, fuck me, what is that? I don't know what that is. So you don't tell the patient you don't know what they're talking about, right? What's wrong with it? That's all I can say. And he looks at me and he says, Te Wampuka. Another fucking word I don't know. How do I tell the patient? I don't know what either one of those are. You don't tell him. Show me. And next thing I know, boom, he pulls his pants down. So you know what it is, but not everybody knows. Okole is butt, puka is hole. Yes, I got educated, and he's like, you're new, aren't you? I was like, really? You couldn't tell the minute I opened my mouth? So this goes on for maybe like the first 6 months. I'm learning pigeon. I'm sure I don't know it all yet. But very interestingly, I found out on Taco Tuesday that people really like to fuck with you if they like you, right? The more they fuck with you, we're going with that, even if it's wrong. We're gonna go with the fact that it's because they like me, right? I have a guy come out and he's like, hey, like taco? I'm like, fuck yes, I like tacos. Who doesn't like tacos? It's Taco Tuesday. And he walks off, he comes back with a plate in his hand, and as he is walking with the plate in his hand and he gets closer, my mouth drops. There are no tacos on that plate. There are tentacles. I'm like, what the hell? And I see stuff looking like it's moving. I pick up the chopstick. I'm like stabbing that shit. I'm poking it. He's like, oh, sis, no, like poke. I'm like, no, bitch, I just poked the fuck out of that. And he's like, no, that. I'm like, what the hell? So my lesson is, yeah, don't say yes to anything. I figured out that if they say like, they're not asking you, do you like something? do you want? Okay, lesson 1. Like means do you want? At least in my perspective, you know? And if you don't know what the word following it is, just say no. Just say no. But occasionally, that'll backfire. Yeah, in Safeway of all places, I had a guy come up to me and say, like, oof. I follow my own advice and say, no thank you. Because I am freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what the last word was, but no thank you. I'm good. In the next 6 months, I get asked this a few times, and I'm like, no thank you, no thank you. And does anybody in here know what that means? I want to educate the ladies over here what that means. Like, oof, want to have sex. Dude, if you would have explained this shit, you might have gotten a different answer. Just saying. Clarification, man, clarification. Because I might have missed out, because when I did find out what it meant, it was not the ones I would oof. It was like, yeah, no, she knows. She's had that moment. It's like, no, thank you. I'm good. But, you know, it's all about perspective. I think probably my favorite one was me sort of overhearing a conversation and then thinking that everybody here was crazy. This is how the conversation went. It was some local guys, and one is looking at the other one. He's like, oh, brah, the loco moco broke the mouth. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Somebody has got a broken mouth from the local guy. I'm like, what the hell? They're crazy. Yeah, I had to ask a friend. And, of course, I get the most amazing response. It's like, really, you're sitting here saying this to me? And she's local, and she's like, Jessica. I'm like, no, I'm serious. What does that mean? So don't just ask. Listen, you'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, like, almost 4 years later, I figured a lot of these things out. But, you know, it was an adventure. An adventure I'm probably not finished taking. Yeah. But I know, if no like, I'm good, no thank you. Answer is no. Unless Momoa shows up after and then it's yes. And Paco's not going to confuse me again, as he's not Momoa. Although he might try to tell you ladies he is. He'll like put his mask up to here and he'll be doing his eyebrows at you. I know, he will. He knows. He's like, no, you know, you've seen him do it. He's like, no, he pulls it up. He's like, does his eyebrows. I'm like, fool me in my dream, not in real life. I'm trying to fuck with him. He is not even listening. I'm like, well, we'll get him later. You know, ladies, just wait. Jasmine has not put her name on here. But I'm telling you, last weekend, she screwed everybody in this whole room. I was going, we're not worthy. Like, I'm scared for her to get on stage again. Like, she fucked everybody up. She was telling secrets. Yeah. No, and she looked all innocent getting up here thinking like Dora or innocent librarian. I know, and she knew I was talking about her. And then bam, she comes out with a stab, like stabs everybody. She's like, bam, I get everyone in one whack. I know, I'm gonna talk about that for the rest of the year, maybe next year too. And she's like, shut up, Jessica, shut up. No, I just warned you, she is not as sweet, as innocent as she looks. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, no, I'm still in shock. Like, I don't want to go behind her on anything else she does. I don't even know if I want to announce after her. It's like, you're going up tonight? Why not? You're here all the time. There's a first time for everything, I promise. My first time on stage was not a planned event. A couple years ago, I'm on Maui, and I plan to go on stage at some point. So I go up, and I ask a couple of the girls questions. You know, like, do you want to go at the beginning, the middle? You know, just sort of get a feel for things for your first time. And as I finish asking the questions, for some reason, my brain misfires, and I walk up to the paper, and bam, there goes my name. Houston, we have a problem. Yes, but it's been going okay since then, having fun. Except right now, this is the only time that I want him to aim the fan this way, and he won't do it because the dress is long. I'm like, you asshole, last time the dress was up to here, and he's like, oh, we're gonna blow it that way. Yeah, I'm like, dying over here should stand a little closer and be like, yes, we'll get the fan going on. But, you know, we got plenty of comedians coming up, and I know I've got one here waiting to come up. He is patiently waiting. He is probably one of my favorite comedians. I usually try to go behind him, but this time I'm ahead of him. He's got this perfect relationship going on here. We have great conversations, hang out. He could be like the perfect husband because, like, we never see each other and we never have sex, so we never fight. You know? But he's always here consistently available, consistently got great ideas. We're going to bring Tony up to the stage. Woo! Give it up for Tony Karate.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to King's Pizza. What a deal. Right? Got a slice of pizza and now I'm famous. It's amazing. Thank you. I'm going to put, I don't want to take your guys' table. That means a lot in here. You guys have your own. I think what you have qualifies as a booth. So, are you guys like that when you go to restaurants, booth? You're willing to sit at the counter? Yeah. No. Oh, okay. You said no to everything. I'm not sure where you're sitting in the restaurant. So. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make. You know what? Your booth?
Yeah.
Booth. Okay. Yeah.
Or bar.
It's normal. It's okay. It's like why being the host sucks. You know what I mean? You can't just file people in. Everybody wants to. Why do they build other things? Who wants to sit at a counter? Right? Single men. That's it. They shouldn't have. Why do they build a counter for single men? What you need is a window. Kind of like where Ian's standing right there. That's the single man window. And we just have Mike show up with a bucket and we just hang it around your neck and you just. It's so gross the way I eat at home. So I feel bad. My wife, she sees all the terrible eating habits. Anybody here fans of cereal? All right, we're still going in there. Everybody else is trying. I get it. It's not on anybody's diet. You know what I mean? Cereal, right? We used to put athletes on cereal boxes. What happened? It was the shitty cereal. We all knew, right? We all knew what kind of cereal you had to be if you wanted to be healthy, right? It's just made of corn, and now we know corn's poison, right? So, when did that happen? Right? That's how I knew the Native Americans knew how evil white people were the second they showed up. They're like, Happy Thanksgiving, have some corn. We'll get you in a couple hundred years, bitches. Enjoy that corn syrup. No, but this is a good source of This is a terrible source of contention in my house, because clearly the Reese's PC Puffs is the most popular cereal in the house. Can I get an amen? Yeah, Reese's Pieces Puffs. It's got chocolate, it's got peanut butter, delightfully crispy puffs. Woohoo! What else do we need in a cereal? And the milk afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Disgusting. Get that fucking spoon out of my face. I'm going in fucking Japanese style, like, oh, arigato. Oh, that was so great. And I don't eat cereal like a human. I'm like bowl. Like people want to, I think a soup bowl is pretty popular, right? Say maybe some of you'd make the ramen in or something, right? Yeah, those kind of size bowls. Not me. I get disgusting. We have these silver mixing bowls that they use in kitchens. You know what I'm talking about? Like a punch bowl you might feed a dog out of. You know what I mean? That's my bowl. And I eat everything out of this, by the way, not just cereal, because I need to eat things about 1.5 gallons at a time. All right, that's the only way I enjoy cereal. So in order to not cause controversy in my house, it's almost like I'm not allowed to eat pure cereal anymore. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I feel like almost like a cocaine manufacturer. Like I have to cut all my good shit with the stuff that just comes in like the dog package size of cereal. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I do that. I give my wife allows me. I get one cup of Cocoa Puffs or whatever good cereal we got, right? And then the rest I have to fill with like that sawdust. You guys ever, you know what I'm talking about? The Cheerios and the frost, like not even the frosted, just the wheat, just shredded, rip your mouth apart wheat with a cup of cereal. That's how I eat. Is this good for you guys? You guys come like the breakfast humor? You guys like that? I feel like the fanciest of all breakfasts is the Eggs Benedict. It is, right? Yeah, no one wants to cook that shit at home. What? Even with YouTube, who knows how to fucking poach an egg? Anybody? Anybody know what that is? I get it. You swirl the water, but try it. Fuck that. I want a gay man at 11 a.m. making my poached eggs. That's what I need. Yeah. I get it. I get it. All right. I like for them that like it was just a continuation in lifestyle. You know what I mean? It was just brunch wasn't like you know, it was just the party. They needed to refresh. You know, so they do. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'm just checking. Sometimes it's helpful, Paco, when he does like the thumbs up thing. Not because you don't usually smile at me, so when you do the thumbs up, I know I'm okay. Street justice. All right, good. I like that about Paco. It's that all my friends that play Magic the Gathering would definitely tell the police about things I've done. You know what I mean? And that's a shame that Paco doesn't know how to play Magic the Gathering. You know, I feel like he'd keep the others in line. I feel like you only need one Paco to make sure that nobody snitches. You know what I'm talking about? It's like in Goodfellas, right? Robert De Niro, he's like, why the fuck did you buy that coat? Yeah. Paco told you, don't spend that money. All right.
Why did you flush the coat, Jerry?
That was the best part.
I'm sorry!
Oh my God. Oh, we've all been there, right? Woo! God, you know, the older I get, the more I empathize with these movies. I'm like, holy, this is so real. This is so real. I feel like one thing that I feel like is different nowadays about the experience of the dating world, and I notice this in movies, is you don't have that scene. I don't know. There's not a lot of scenes where people are buying pregnancy kits. You guys ever do that? Exciting lottery? Right? That's a fun kind of throw. Okay, not everybody, all right? But I'm just saying, like, it's a really exciting thing to take a pregnancy test for all kinds of reasons, whether you're hoping it fails. That's what's kind of fun about it, is some people are betting on the yes, some people are betting on the no. I feel like you should put it out there before you release the results and really cash in on the suspense, you know? Because that is real life stakes, you know? Like, who the fuck cares about a spinning wheel and what color the ball falls on? I want to bet on pregnancy tests for like 17-year-olds. Like, the stakes are never higher. She got her acceptance letter back from Berkeley. Oh. But Chad was on the water polo team, and his abs go from his chin down to his cock. And she didn't want to go to Berkeley not knowing how to do a proper blowjob. I get it. That's real stakes, ladies. I want to bet on that shit. Yeah. Yeah, is that exciting? It is. It is. I have to admit it's less thrilling now for me because I'm married. She pretty much lets me do it. There's no challenge. There's no chase.
Sorry, she lets you do it, so there's no challenge.
No, she's such a whore. She is. I don't even have to try. She's just like, oh, I wanna have sex all the time. That's what her voice sounds like, actually. I don't know if you know that. She's Mexican. I think we offended everybody successfully with that. I was like, all right, who have I not offended yet? And I brought you in there, Latinx. Latinx. Okay, good. I'm trying to see if that one was, could be anybody. Louis C.K.'s Mexican, which is crazy to me. Right? Who would have thought? Who thought? Yeah, look that one up, right? That's a good Google. Louis C.K. Actually, yeah, he came here. He's the American dream. He moved to this country. Okay, wait. Okay, I said the American dream before I remembered who I was talking about. I'm sorry, because everybody knows his weird sex thing now, and that's that's too.
Masturbated to someone in public or something.
Not in public. Not in public. Here's the thing. Here's what makes it so weird. He asked. That's hard, right? To ask someone. It would be one thing if you just kind of surprise someone with it. Right? Because you would think that, you would have to. How many people are saying yes to that question? Right? But I think, maybe it's because he's on stage and he's got courage, but he asked, and they said yes. And then when they got there, they changed their mind, which is also fair, all right? Because I don't think you might realize how horrific it is. Because he's so funny, and I feel like when he asked you to watch him masturbate, he would do it in kind of a funny way, so I feel like he might have tricked you there. And then when you saw Louis C.K. masturbate, you'd be like, oh, it's not funny anymore. Oh, this is real. I thought he was kidding because what he asked to do was so fucking stupid and ridiculous. There's no way, right? There's no way he's just gonna masturbate in front of me. And then he did, and then it was super awkward. So that's a lesson. Hey, you know what? In this case, I did learn from my elders. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes you don't want to be so, don't tell me what to do, Mom and Dad. But I'm not going to do what Louis C.K. did. All right, good. Did you Google the Mexican thing?
No, I Googled this.
Oh, okay. Were you able to read enough while I was on stage? I could have made the bit longer. I wanted to give you guys enough information to laugh, but not bore you with the details but I don't know, maybe you like the details of the masturbation stories. It's okay. If you like that too. See, I feel bad for all the people out there who are doing what Louis C.K. did consensually, because he got in big trouble for it, and they might be doing it, and that might be their thing. But now they feel really bad that their thing everybody makes fun of Louis C.K. about. It's tougher than ever. It was always hard to be a person who liked jerking off in front of people. You know what I mean? That was always, like I said, you talk about, because I feel like when you're doing it together, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. The hand job. That's already kind of high schoolish a little bit, right? The hand job. I don't know. I feel like high schoolers and really old women are good at hand jobs. I feel like they could just just, you know what I mean? Because they're like the way a good chef passes down a recipe. I don't know. I just feel like they know how to do it. And they're like, I've seen so many over the years. All right, anyway. You guys are super great. Thank you all for being so factual. Have a great night, everyone. Wait, where'd the host go? Oh, sorry, you're right there. I'm looking for Paco.
They can't see me. Oh my God. That's like me having a moment earlier when I didn't see you sitting there. Sorry about that. So yeah, I had a moment where he's like, yeah, he almost admitted it in present tense, and I'm like, and so you know what it's like to masturbate in public? Okay, just saying. I don't think I've ever tried that. I'm not gonna try that. Yeah, no, I don't have good luck like that because I would end up in jail. But, you know, just me. Everybody has their own preferences. My other thought on that is Louis C.K. is like in his 50s. There might have been other things. He might have had a little rage afterwards because he couldn't keep it up or something. I don't know. But who knows? So I don't know our next comedian that well, but it looks like Brandon is up next. Brandon? Yes. Give it up for Brandon.
Oh, thank you very much, Jessica. Thank you very much. It's okay if you don't know me well. I mean, do we really know each other well, like as ourselves? Right? It's a lifelong journey. Notice, where are you from in the South? I noticed you're at South Carolina. I went to the South twice, which is you check it out and you go, oh shit, is it all bad? And you go the second time, you're like, yeah, it's this bad. But I went to a Cracker. Southern accents are charming, and Cracker Barrel, I give them credit. That is like, we run shit because we put our slur in front of our chain of restaurants, and you're gonna eat here. I went to a Cracker Barrel, and yeah, Southern accents are charming, and then they also put me on edge because I don't know if I'm getting Southern hospitality or if this is a prelude to a hate crime. They're like, sir, would you like your catfish fried? Like, yes. Well, why don't you go back to Vietnam then? All right. Starting off a little racial, nice way to into it. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I hope I'm not offending white people here, but I mean, you wouldn't know. I'm white too, so I'm like Filipino white, Spanish, Chinese. My stepdad's black, so I play race cards like blackjack, man. Asian jokes, hit me. White jokes, hit me. Asian, hit me. Spanish, hit me. Black jokes, stay. Not gonna do that. Thank you. Thank you. So here we are doing comedy. King's Pizza, where dreams and deep dish meet, huh? I should have been a singer. You ever have that thought? Like, man, it is so easy because it's just vowels. I went to some place called Workplay for live karaoke. Karaoke is Hawaii for karaoke. We just like vowels better over here. Karaoke. And this one dude, Josh Shatofi, they gave him the mic, the whole crowd. He sang, only you. It's just vowels. All music genres, just vowels. You got opera, E and O. You got the punk rockers, which is just, hey, oh, let's go. Like, is this all it takes? Smokey Robinson made a whole career out of I Don't Like You. Whitney Houston followed it up with I Will Always Love You. And it's just not fair because they just sing vowels. Case in point, Bruno Mars sings the shit out of vowels about the dumbest things. I will catch a grenade for ya. Who is throwing grenades at women? I know you deal with a lot of shit, but I don't think I've ever seen you in a jogging group like, ooh, grenade. God, I will step on the blade for ya. I mean, this is like, if it was Rambo soundtrack, very romantic, but I'm wondering if Bruno Mars had a dating experience where his ex just exploded at the dinner table. Like, damn it, not again. I like coming to this neighborhood in Waikiki because it's the only neighborhood where tourists do not walk into. This whole strip, this one store, the only place tourists do not want to walk into. Because, you know, they're back. I don't hate tourists, but I really do find them annoying. It's because it's like we're all participating in a game show called like You Think You Could Live? And then they didn't tell us. It's like that money box where everyone's stuck in the money and they just throw more money behind a plastic bin, except it's with tourists who are like the crew of MTV Real World Road Rules, and they just always come in. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. It'll get there. I meant the joke, but you know. What was I gonna say? Tourists, it's like their fantasy, our reality. Their fantasy is like, oops, I'm in the wrong lane. Let me just take over. And our reality is like, get in the fucking lane already. You're blocking traffic. Their fantasy, right? Ooh, the turtles. Let's all look at the turtles. Like, you're taking up parking at the beach. It's an island. You will find a turtle no matter where you go. They don't hang out at one beach. Tourists out there. Hello, gentlemen. See, he's wearing a towel for see? Yeah. So living in tourism with Hawaii is like you lived in a mansion and then your uncle landlord turned it into an Airbnb and then rented it out forever. And then all the reviews on Airbnb is like, this is such a fun house, it's a party place, and then tourists use it like a party bus, but it's not a party bus because it's your house. And you don't have access to all the mansion things because you can't afford it, so you get to sleep on the pull-out couch. Because it's either stay in the party house or move to Vegas. Ew. And now you're in the party house sleeping on your pull-out couch, and you kind of got stuck as a roommate who has to clean shit. There's no one does the dishes, there's a line for the bathroom, and it's going to be like that every day until you die. How long have you been living here, ma'am? 3 years. See, you've only been living here for 3 years, and you're just like, yeah, it's rough. You're out in October. Good for you. Where are you going to? Virginia. Wow, a lot of Southerners. No wonder that Southern joke hit. Oh. Cool. I need to know who I'm making laugh. I'm trying to make friends now, because apparently you need to make friends in order to pay your medical bills. And I have someone, her kidneys failed, so she put up a GoFundMe, and she raised $10,000 in 2 days just because she had a lot of social media friends. So I'm really trying hard, but I have this thing where making friends is hard because there's like an anxiety filter. For example, I'm walking my dog, new neighbors here, nice family, he remodeled his house. He said, good morning, and I meant to say, good morning. I love what you've done with the remodel job, but in this quick synapse, it just went, good morning, I like this. And I pointed, and then he kind of stuttered and went like, okay, like, great. And then I walked away, so now he thinks he has a crazy neighbor that just goes, I like this. I like this. Driveway, great. It's really hard making friends. I don't know. What did I do today? I took my grandma on errands today, not because I'm a good person. It's because I'm following the example of the mainland, where this one granddaughter took her grandma out. Her grandma got hit in the face. She filmed it, and the grandma got $900,000. So, basically, Hawaii doesn't have a lottery, but if you got an Asian grandparent and you just happen to film him getting hit in the face, you might get $1 million. So I'm just taking my grandma to a chiropractor, hoping someone like, oh, someone just please slap my grandma and let me film it once. All right, grandma slapping crowd. All right, thank you, thank you. How much time do we have anyway? 15 minutes. All right, yeah, 15 minutes. Hey, it's a journey. Let's just all go with it. But yeah, the Asian hate crime thing is a little confusing for me because I don't know if you know, but there's like jungle Asian that we should know about. I went to the Philippines once, and their mall security walk around with AK-47s. I don't think we gotta find a way, let me work this out. We gotta find a way to get that jungle Asian stereotype here. Walking around the Philippines, there was like a 6-year-old kid. He's squatting down and he's eating a boiled egg and just flicking things on. And I'm looking in his eyes and like, this kid is not a kid. This kid has survived world wars. This is a scary little dude. So I tried it. I got a pizza and I ate it in front of Whole Foods on the stoop. And I kind of just hoarded it. And people kind of looked at me weird. It's like, okay, progress. All right. I mean, we need a little bit of violent Asian stereotypes. Just a little. I mean, damn. That's... All right. I don't know if I'm going to follow this thought because she's not here. But someone was saying that she thought the coronavirus was a result of the Chinese creating a virus so they could kill off their third-born children, which is a little like, okay. So, the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't think they can still separate China, maybe whatever, created a virus versus the Chinese people in America did it. There's just no logic in it. Yeah. You walked into a lecture. This isn't a comedy show. This is it's your lecture on your professor.
Awesome.
Thank you. Is that a towel for a jacket?
No. It's like a surf coat.
Oh.
You take off your red shirt.
It's kind of cool.
Like Uggs for your body.
What's that?
Like Uggs for your body.
Yeah, super comfy.
It's like you went to Hogwarts in Venice. Were you visiting? No, you from here? Yeah? How long you live here? Yeah? Where you from? Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah. See? Where you from, guy? Minnesota. That's great. How you liking it here?
It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Minnesota besides Prince and Vikings, so yeah. Oh. How old are you?
Is Prince from Minnesota?
Yeah. Yeah. This is a very intimate venue. It's like MTV Unplugged, but with comics. So it's like, do you know MTV Unplugged? Yes, you're kind of young. So they had this thing where musicians would give in a whole show, and they would just talk about the songs they sang and then sing it acoustically. Yeah. So you don't know how much fun you're missing out. Like, dating used to be so fun. How old are you? 8. Dating used to be so fun when you were younger because it was like a sense of adventure. You had to call people on a telephone, and the telephone was made out of like helicopter sightings. And you walked around, you had to get a number and write it down on an arm or a hand. And you just walked around all day like, I'm never gonna wash this hand again. And it was so much fun. You had to learn manners because you had to call the house. And you're usually talking to a parent, so you had to be like, excuse me, is Janet home? Like, who is this? This is Brandon, I'm a classmate, hello. And boy, and it was fun, and you talked in the kitchen and your family's watching. Date. But now it's just too quick into horniness. It's hard, right? It's like number, names, dick. You didn't have dick doodles back in the day. Yeah, dating is just... That's why I think I'm... And the Polaroids, that was fun too. Yeah, that's why I'm a little nervous today. I think I'm gonna get broken up with because whenever you hear the words, I need to figure things out as myself. You're like, shit, I gotta try to talk to people, and it's hard. Like I can't just, like I can't just look at you and blink slowly and then walk up to you like, oh, would you like a drink? I have nothing to offer, so it's real hard. I'm not looking forward to the breakup. I know it's gonna be bad, but you know, single's kind of nice because you get to go to sleep whenever you want. You can sleep. This is what they didn't tell me. You had to share a bed when you're in a couple. I've never grown up. This isn't my. You don't have to. I saw you look. This isn't my girlfriend.
I was scared.
You got scared for her too, right? You saw her walking with the bandage on the nose, like this comic beats fucking women. No. This is just a friend who's supporting me. So much so that she walks around like Michael Jackson with a top hat. Look at that. Thank you, Marge.